He's a great dog. He runs and runs and runs forever.
Each pet that we have is a member of the family.
Animals enrich the world. They enrich our lives. They help us open our hearts. And being able to care for an animal that really needs a home just makes you feel good. And there are enough unwanted pets and pets that are abused and abandoned. It's just wonderful to not only have good people to adopt them, but to have wonderful places like Friends of Animals, Furburbia, and people who will just really take care of them and help them find homes.
The purpose of Friends of Animals is to rescue dogs and cats from local kill shelters, rehabilitate them, and find new homes for them.
Hi. We care so much about the animals. We're so fortunate to have this adoption center. This is so unique. We have to make sure all these animals are healthy. We want to provide the best care for them. I feel like every animal in here, I love them like I love my own animals, and I feel responsible. And I think the staff here and volunteers all care, and we have the same mission. We want to find these animals homes.
Do you want to come out? Come on, Katniss. Good morning, Katniss.
We are what you would call the storefront here for Furburbia. We're the adoption center. The dogs and cats that are ready for adoption come here, and we display our wares and try to find them homes.
I've had 4 rescue dogs before Otis. He's number 5. They turned out to be the best dogs ever. You know, after a couple months, they settle in, they know their home, and once they get comfortable, that's it. You know, they're your dog, you belong to them.
She just follows a snap wherever direction I go. And so that was kind of how we taught her. Dodger was relinquished to Summit County Pound when she was about 4 months old. And when she was turned in, she had one of her eyes was pretty much hanging from her optic nerve, and the other one was incredibly infected. And so they took her eyes out when she was about 5 months old, and she hasn't skipped a beat ever since. She is very tuned into her other senses, and she's an amazing creature. Giles, you want to play with the puppies? Let's play with the puppies. Friends of Animals does amazing work. They get out there and they rescue dogs who other people don't see as being worth anything, and they show and they prove that these amazing dogs are incredible creatures and they enrich so many different lives.
We, as an organization, feel so fortunate to have our rescue and rehabilitation ranch to provide our animals care in the beginning and then while they're waiting for their forever home. It's a wonderful place that the animals feel comfortable, they're well taken care of, they get to play in play groups. The cats have a community cat room. The dogs have, we call it our mosh pit. At maximum capacity, we like to keep about 50 dogs, puppies and dogs, in the program, and we want to have 75 or 80 cats and kittens.
You got a pressure cuff?
We have a wonderful medical facility there. We have our vet suite that's up and running. We do all of our own surgeries. We can provide the best care now.
Obviously, there's a huge need to get unspayed and neutered and homeless animals out of the shelters. A lot of these animals are, on their way to being euthanized. And to give you kind of a scope of how much we do here, in 16 months we hit 1,000 surgeries. If it wasn't for the kindness of the donors, we wouldn't be able to keep the doors open. And if these doors close, the bigger picture is that all these animals are not going to get the care they need, because it's a big commitment.
We want people to realize how many homeless animals are in shelters and not only educate spay and neuter and humane education, but how important it is to rescue an animal. We need to start with children, and then it just plays forward.
So the first thing I want to talk about is pet responsibility. There are 4 parts. The first part of the program is pet responsibility, what it takes to be a good pet owner, preventing dog bites, spaying and neutering, which I'll tell you what that is in a minute, and animal cruelty. They have to be taught, and school is a good setting. So we're here to show them and to teach them and to make sure they're aware of there's other options, and we're responsible for the animals, and we need to take care of them and give them a voice and protect them.
We do have a couple of specialty programs. One new one that's incredibly powerful called the Purple Paw Project. And that is where we take in animals that belong to victims of domestic violence.
When they go into shelter, these women and families, they commonly cannot bring their pet. And this is a real barrier to them seeking safety. So what I've witnessed is a tremendous sense of relief that they know that their pets, their loved ones, their family members are going somewhere safe. Like all nonprofits, like Peace House and Friends of Animals, these things could not happen for the families and the pets that need them without the support of all the benefactors and all the generous donations from the community. We're reliant on that funding and very grateful for it.
From my personal experience, I feel that it's really important because I wouldn't have Dodger. The Dodgers of the world wouldn't be in families.
A lot of people love pets. They love dogs, they love cats. We share our lives with them. There's more people in this country that have a pet than don't. And there are so many more out there sitting in shelters that deserve a chance. So that's the difference that people can make by supporting organizations like Friends of Animals Utah.
It gives people a chance to rescue animals that have a story. Like, a lot of people have stories, but dogs have stories too, and cats. And you can just help them by, like, adopting them from a place like Suburbia.
They give us so much more than we could ever give them.